I look at this, well, because I can't avoid it, because I'm stuck in traffic for long periods of time in front of it, and it just makes my blood boil. You know, I moved to Farragut 20 years ago, and I was just cruising along in life, and all of a sudden, seemingly in the last 2 years, everything that I loved about Farragut has been changed. See, because I had an idea of what Farragut was. I had an identity in my head, and what I saw matched that identity. This though,
I'm going to diverge a little bit from the path of the normal Farragut Friday that I do. As a realtor, from time to time, I will do updates on the Farragut housing market. But as a person who lives in Farragut, as a person who has sold a ton of real estate in Farragut, I'm sick of it. I got to speak up. So I'm going to diverge a little bit from the norm for me, and I'm going to just speak my mind. Zig Ziglar, quite possibly one of the best known motivational speakers of all time, had a talk titled, "Are you a wandering generality or a meaningful specific?" In it, Ziglar proposes that a person with purpose and vision will achieve their goals and do great things. However, a person without purpose, vision, or meaning will be a wandering generality. They are significantly less likely to do something meaningful with their lives and their time, which are ultimately their greatest resources. Am I the only one that looks at the town of Farragut over the last 5 years and sees a wandering generality? Like a dog chasing a tail, there doesn't seem to be a coherent plan that lines up with who we as a community are and what is important to us. Here's one for you. Drive down Kingston Pike, look at the traffic light poles. There's no plan here. I know, let's put a bike lane on Campbell Station. Honestly, now, how many bicyclists have you seen on there in the last 5 years? Oh, hey, here's a thought. While we're on Campbell Station, I have an idea. Let's make it handicap friendly, with brick pavers at the intersection and all that kind of stuff. Why? Because this town has become a freaking wandering generality. No identity, no purpose, at least none that's actually adhered to. If you've ever been to Hilton Head, you've seen building with purpose, a community that decided long ago, this is who we are. This is what we value. Everything we do is going to go from there. They put a high value on preserving the aesthetics and laid back lifestyle of island life and didn't allow commercial interest to trump that. On Hilton Head, not even Walmart could get away from following the set community standards of form and function. If you're a business, you have core values, and everything that you do goes through those core values. If you're a community, you define who you are and what you want to be, and everything goes through that filter. You are a meaningful specific. There's no filter here. And if there is one, it's definitely not the Farragut that I thought that I had moved to. But don't worry, putting 400 apartments next to the corridor of Kingston Pike won't increase traffic. Man, who's buying that load of surely you're against the development of Farragut, right, Matthew? No. Do I love McPhee Park? Yes. Do I love the expansion of greenways? Yes. Because Knoxville walkability sucks, but greenways open that up, thus allowing blind people not to have to endanger themselves to cross Kingston Pike and Campbell Station when they go out for walks by themselves or with other blind people. Do I love the development of the sidewalk along Kingston Pike from Sugarwood to Virtue? I don't know. I suppose, maybe, yeah. Do I love the holiday lights at Founders Park? Yes, there's a lot we're doing right. But to expand on the analogy of Zig Ziglar, using to describe the wandering generality versus a being so specific, he talks about a blindfolded archer versus someone with vision. A blindfolded archer will hit the target from time to time, but there are too many misses, and they must be a result of people who make the decisions about these things, not understanding, number one, who we as a community are, and number two, what we want this community to be moving forward. We are a wandering generality. Let me finish with this. If there are core values, if there is a plan for development, it's either not well communicated, or it sucks, or it's not followed and adhered to. But let me offer up a suggestion. Farragut is a community of families who desire to create a beautiful place to live and do business. That's who we are. We are a family community. We are not downtown Knoxville. We're not Market Square. We're not trying to create some sort of dense urban community. We are a suburban community where families live and they raise their kids in communities like Sugarwood and the new Brookmere community, and just communities all around that have been around for a long, long, long time. and families that have raised their kids there and still continue to live there because it's been an amazing place to live. But this isn't who we are.